Maz of Triple C Creations. Hi, it's Maz. On this video, this week, we're going to try to put some stuff away for the season. It's getting colder out, fall's coming, and winter's coming, so I got to get stuff ready and see if we can make a little fun out of it all at the same time. I will have to see if we can put my hot rod drag truck that you guys haven't seen yet. I will see if I can sneak in a couple little pics and builds of it over the years. And we're going to, I don't know, put Race Truck, my hot rod, away in style. You know, burnouts, rippers, I like that. And also, too, if we get time, see if we can manage to do in a day or a day and a half that frame on that 70 Chevy half ton, my black and white. I want to get the rest of that motor, the tranny, put over to it, hook it up, get a rad on it, possibly hook up the drive shaft, and let's take it for a rip wall before we put the cab and everything on it, just for the fun of it. You know, nothing better than, that light is constantly getting in my face, or in your face in this case. And yeah, so we'll see how far we get with it. I'll keep you updated if more stuff happens. So yeah, this is Maz. We'll see what happens. Talk to you soon. Or actually, I'll talk to you right away. Yeah, my boy and the Jeep hard at work right now. Big bad Jeep. You can see up here, we got a tree up against the shed, and we're going to use the Jeep to pull it down. See if the Jeep's got the power in the front. Good old faithful Jeep. What'd I do without her? Give her, Jeep. You can do it. Give her. trip. Here comes our lane, here comes our lane, here comes our lane, here comes our lane. And that is where we were broke down when we blew up the tire last time. We made it! Woo-hoo! Yay! And as you can see, I'm not driving today. Woohoo! This feels weird. I am the passenger and I'm getting chauffeured. Maybe it should be like this all the time. So this time, say we get to Winnipeg and without any breakdowns. Hey, it's Maz. Good morning. Chilly morning. It's cooling off out here. We got frost in the windows and everything. Had a friend of mine here. Thought I'd let you know. A friend of mine here wanted me to help him clean out his shop, get some more room. And one of the things he wanted moved out was a project that he had going for a while. And just didn't have the time for it or the room. So he said, do what I want with it. If I want to keep it, keep it. Get rid of it, get rid of it. Scrap it, whatever. But Kid and I are debating on what to do with this thing. This, some people, I'm sure a lot of people out there know what this is. And for the ones that don't, it is called a TerraJet. So these usually had a metal or fiberglass body that sat on top of them, make them look like a Jeep or a little car. And that is a TerraJet. I believe mid-70s. I'll look at the number better. And it's all-time four-wheel drive. It's got a little rack and pinion steering in it. Seats 2, steering wheel's in the middle. This one's running on a snow machine engine. So I'm not sure what to do with this thing. I'm just gonna get her unloaded, put her away for a while. But I thought maybe you'd be kind of curious. This may become another project. I was thinking along the lines of a little rock climber. Oh yeah, these things, they're supposed to float in the water. So they're full-time four-wheel drive, and you can drive them into the water, float them around the water, and just putt around in the water. There is no suspension in them, so they're pretty rigid, nothing fast about them. But I was kind of considering maybe something like a little miniature monster truck or something, or a little rock climber, or a sand buggy or something like that. It's really not that bad a shape. The hull's not rusted right out or anything. A little banged up here and there. But yeah. Thought I'd just let you guys know about this thing. It's got one hole in the back I gotta fix up. So, potential future project. Another one amongst everything else. To that one, to that one, to that one, and everything else that I got. So, I'm gonna go get this thing unloaded and then go warm up. It's cold out here. Freezing, but cold. Till meet up again. Bye. Hey. It's a cool afternoon, evening. Guess what? Train going by. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, I had said earlier that I want to take the frame on my 70 Chevy half-ton. We already got it painted up, right? And we got to move the. Now we got the box off. I can show you. Hold on a sec here. Show you. I want all this rear trail arm suspension out. I'm gonna clean up all this exhaust pipe, make it nicer and cleaner as the train goes whipping by here. Okay. And then we're gonna rip this motor out, and well, rip it out nicely, hopefully. And then we're gonna put it in there. So I made a comment. I don't know if I can do it, but we're gonna give her a shot, see how close we get. We're gonna take the motor out of this. We're gonna put it in there. We're gonna take the transmission, put it on there. Put the drive shaft in there. Put this rear end and suspension into there, and then we'll rig up a jerry can, maybe a rad, and we're gonna fire it up, get a steering column of some sort on it, and then we're gonna make a rip around the yard. If not, well, then we're not. But hey, why not? And also too, you'll see in the videos, we may have done some burnouts and some spin around or whatever, and put stuff away for the winter. We gotta have fun, right? So yeah, we'll get going on it. Makes a good creeper. Gonna get his answer. Now tell me. Let's see here. Whew. Oh, that messed me up. Oh, I guess she's burnt. We're fixing that. Tuck you in there for now. Okay, let's lift her out of there. She should come out. What's that? Oh, I dropped you. Hold on. Sorry about that. That looked like it might have hurt. Oh, welcome back. I am not sure what happened there. I don't know how I could sit there on the stand and just all of a sudden mysteriously come out. So maybe I got more than one person helping me out here. Anyways, we'll get this motor out, and then I think that might be it for tonight. For something worse happens, and we'll get her out. I'll try to show you the motor mounts, and then that might be it for tonight. We'll see. Okay, where are we here? Hey, it's Maz. It's the next morning. Sorry we had shut down abruptly there last night. It was getting late. I had to get some other stuff done. I did mention last night that I was going to show you some motor mounts that I had, how I changed them, and how you can make a stock motor mount, the old style stock motor mounts, almost bulletproof, because they're known for letting go. The rubber is only glued on. I'll show you on the motor here. We got her out. A little more daylight so you can see better. This part here bolts to the engine. This rubber here is glued to this metal bracket, which is bolted to the engine. All this rubber and everything is all glued in here. So this glue, this vulcanizing glue, the rubber would tear out, and this is actually a bolt. There's a nut in there. Makes any sense? There's a nut factory inside there, and you're supposed to bolt from the engine, from the frame up into this, and then that's bolted to the frame. And then it's just the rubber, then the steel, then the motor. Then the rubber would let go, and then this would stay behind, and the motor would actually rock back and forth, lift right off the mounts. bang around. If anybody's had that experience, they'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Old cars had mechanical linkages for the throttle, would lock the throttle wide open, mess with the shifters, column shifters and stuff. So what I did is, I don't know if I can get in there. Let's see if I can figure this out. Get inside there, if anybody can see it. Oh, almost can. Let's see, go from here. Let's see from there. But either way, there is a whole bolt right there. It's going right through. Oh, there you go. There's the head of the bolt. And I took the motor mount off. I fed the bolt through the back with a really big washer. There's a hole already back there. Threaded all the way through. And now you just sneak a wrench in behind here. And you can tighten that up. And you can make this soft or hard. You make it almost like a solid motor mount if you want. Now you got these threads sticking out instead of a bolt hole with threads. Now you got a stud sticking out. So you take that stud and then you go to these stock motor mounts. And where's, well, what did I do with them? Either way, you take these. This was a little crude. This was the first thing I did. That's normally just a hole. So you'd feed a bolt up through the top, through the bottom, into that motor mount. Now you can put a little notch in here on each side, and now the motor will just settle down. And as the I'm gonna do this. So let's say the bolt's sitting like this. You set the motor down in here because it's wide and it slips down into the notch, and then you just put a nut and washer behind that and bolt it down. And the only way this motor can let go is if the bolt physically breaks, and I've never had one. I got the same setup in my hot rod. I've had it here. I've had it on multiple trucks and cars that has this style motor mount. And you can buy these motor mounts 15-20 bucks a motor mount, and a stock one, and all you have to do is put a bolt through it, and there you go. You have a nice heavy duty, almost a solid version motor mount. You can buy the solid mount motors. There's nothing wrong with them, but the solid mounts, if you're into that, into the hot rodding and wants, you know, a stronger motor mount, not a thing wrong with it. I'm not dissing whatsoever. It's a good value. You're not wasting money on them, but sometimes they're like 40, 50, over $100 depending on what application, what kind of motor, Chevy, Dodge, Ford, whatever you're doing. If you're on a budget, or you just want a simpler fix, or you don't want that harsh vibration, solid mounts, this is not as bad. It'll vibrate a little more in this setup. You can tighten and loosen it, so it's kind of like an adjustable shock. So I thought I'd just put it out there. I don't only a few of my friends know about this. I had one friend did it to his 72 and his yellow Chevy half-ton years ago, because he had the same problem. He had a 355 in it, had a fair bit of power, and he kept ripping these mounts out from brand new over time. So he did this, and as far as I know, he's still running it like this. So I just figured I'd set it out, and yeah, so I guess that's it. We're gonna put this away for tonight. Just keep this all wrapped up, and I'll tarp that down better after. I know I said I was going to try to get this all together and running, but we just ran out of time. I had too much running around to do today, and so yeah, but we'll get that rear suspension out, and we'll get the motor over here, and we'll get that next time around. And if we can, we're going to take it for a rip around the field, around the yard, whatever. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this one. And we always got projects going. I just got things around. And yes, I know I keep saying it, but now that the weather's getting colder, I want to move into the shop. I don't want to work outside anymore. So we're definitely gonna get on this one and get it up and running and get some work done to it. And then it's gonna go into storage possibly for the winter. And then we're gonna bring in that trophy truck. So yeah, so well, that darn light gets me every time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vid. Put your comments and likes down below if you want. Subscribe. There's a bell icon too that should give you notifications of my next upload. I typically do it every weekend. And yeah, we'll see you. This is Maz, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.